Welcome guys. So this is my Leetcode solving section. Today we want to solve this Nim Game problem. So you are playing the following Nim Game with your friends. So there's a heap, and basically you and your opponent take turns and take 1 to 3 stones. Okay, and both you and your opponent plays optimal strategies for the game. So write a function to determine whether you can win again. Give a number of stones in a heap, and you are the first one to make a movement. Okay, so we first see this example, and once you understand this example, then you win and you know how to solve it. Okay, so the input is 4, and the result is output should be false. The reason is easy. Suppose there are 4 of them. If you take 1, then your opponent take 3. If you take 2, your opponent take 2. If you take 3, your opponent take 1. So your opponent always win. So which tells you that you should do this. Whatever you take, your opponent always win. So the result should return false. Okay, so here, this example gives us a clue that what we just returned the number, whether the number is divisible by 4. If the number is divisible by 4, then you always false. You always lose. And if the number is not divisible by 4, then you always win. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so let me prove. Okay, so the proof is that if n is 0 mod 4, then you lose, else you win. Okay, so how to prove this? Okay, so proof. So to prove is what we need to know is that if n is 4, then I lose. Okay, but the same strategy you can understand. If n is 8, then I also lose. And the reason is that if I take 1, then my opponent will take 3, and the remaining is n equal to 4. If I take 2, my opponent will take 2, because we already know at n equals 4 I will lose. If I take 3, then my opponent will take 1, then it keeps n equals 4. Okay, so n equals 4 I always lose. So same strategy will show this, that n equals to 4k I always lose. So we prove this one. If n is 0 mod 4, I should say n is 0 mod 4, then I always lose. Okay, and else if n is not 0 mod 4, I win. And the reason is that if n is not 0 mod 4, so then n must be 1 mod 4, 2 mod 4, 3 mod 4. So I can take. So if I was the first one, I can take 1 or 2 or 3. So the result will be n equals to 0 mod 4, and then my opponent takes turns. Okay, my opponent takes turns. Okay, so which solve the problem? So from this one, we know that my opponent, from the previous one, my opponent lose. So that means I win. Okay, so we know that the result is that. So we just return. So from this proof, we just return n module 4 is non-zero. Okay, so this is the rigorous mathematical proof for this problem. Okay, so this problem is very easy, and I will see you guys in the next interesting videos.